Hey everybody, this is Christopher Michelle, and I apologize in advance for the hiccups in the recording, and this is my first tutorial on Unity. I'm gonna, as you can see, I'm starting off at scratch because I'm gonna, show up a step-by-step method to setting up game objects as parents of prefabs, and two, messing around with some prefab special effects, so you can kind of see what's going on. To kick things off, I'm going to go into object and create a plane as a base for the scene. Next, I'm going to locate my camera. Thing to note, if you bring the cursor up into the scene screen and press F, you'll bring whatever object you have highlighted in the hierarchy into focus front and center. Another thing to note, this will not work if you have the cursor outside of the screen, the scene screen. So before you have an aneurysm figuring that out like I did, there we go. Next, I'm going to set my camera up as the child to the plane. Go over to the inspector tab and hit 0 to XYZ so we can bring the camera over to its parent at the origin. There's a more efficient way of doing that, because this camera's been bugging me for a little bit. Please, anybody, let me know. So next, I'm gonna move the camera a little bit so to get a better view of the plane. Let's see. I think that will be good enough. Yeah, that'll be good enough for now. Next, I'm going to create a game object, a sphere game object, and have that up on the plane. I'm going to zoom in a little bit by pressing Alt and dragging in the screen by right-clicking and holding. Another way of doing that is scrolling with the middle mouse button. As you can see, the sphere doesn't come up in the camera preview. It's too dark to see, so we need to shed a little light into the area, and we do that by going to point object and bringing up the point light. Bring that over the plane. As you can see, the camera, it's in view. To have a even grander scope of the camera and how our scene would render in the actual game, we select the game tab right next to the scene, and as you can see, that's just a bigger version of the camera preview and how it would appear in the game. So next, I'm gonna start adding a little textures to the sphere. How we would do this is by going to the sources tab in our project, bringing that down and going to textures. We can click whatever and drag that over to our game object, and as you can see, we now have a star sphere, or you can have it whatever you want. Snowflake, or it's more like snowball, or fireball. Fire, since they'll fit the theme here a little better. Next, onto the prefabs. in the particle, if we bring that down, as you can see, bring that down, and we'll start. We can start messing with prefabs. I'm going to go to fire and select the flame prefab. I'm going to click and drag over to the sphere and make the flame prefab a child of the sphere. As you can see, it's now on fire. If you noticed, a second light source has appeared since the actual flames itself are a light source. So even if we deleted the point light, we'd still be able to see the sphere. But I'm just going to leave that for now. Start messing around with our flames right now. If we bring down the tab on the flame in the hierarchy and go to inner core or either outer core, that'll bring up the inspector tab to the right, and we can like start messing around with the actual animation. I'm gonna go into max size, and by bringing that up by just clicking and dragging, we can get ourselves a little mini inferno here. So that helps satisfy a little. Hope that helps satisfy a little pyromaniac tendencies in anybody. Did for me. If we go down to one shot, we can actually make that have short bursts of flames as such. What actually controls the speed frequency of these bursts is the max energy, probably min energy, but I'm gonna bring up the max energy. As you can see, the bursts are a little shorter in frequency. Reason I did that so I can have an even better pyro show, and go back to the project tab and go to legacy articles and select solution. I'm actually also going to add that to the sphere, and there we have added Inferno, which altogether have short little nova bursts. In the future, expect to see like Big Bang type explosions from me in the future. So as you can see, have that going on. And little thing I'd like to point out, when we highlight the explosion tab hierarchy, it had a preset script called time object structure. For any prefab, if you go over to Inspector tab and click this little button right here, you can actually change the script to any prefab to set any desired traits you wish your prefab to have. Can also write go back to the project tab and bring up the time object destructor tab, and I had originally edited this tab because it kept on destroying the explosion tab in the hierarchy. actually had an option to detach the children of the explosion, which are large flames. I commented that off because I want to leave the explosion in there, because I'm sure there's some way to mess around a little bit with the script to give it some more traits, and that's the simplest way to edit. By clicking the edit, you can do whatever. As mentioned before, I commented that off, and quick Control S to save, and I closed it. You can check how everything looks by pressing and holding Alt and left clicking on the mouse to bring the camera all around. Little tips, because this little things like this has been messing with me for a little bit. So I'd say that's pretty much it for now. Can't say exactly what's up next for the next tutorial, but I can promise end results should be pretty BA. So that's it for now. So thanks for your time, and good luck with all your tutorials. Catch you later.